What's up, people? This your man J Joe. Another edition of Fail Game. Again, this one is gonna be informational. It's gonna give you some tips, some pointers. It's not gonna denigrate any particular section of society. I'm not gonna cast stones and or aspersions at anyone. I'm just gonna give some advice. And advice is to the ladies and the fellas, really. You have your own place. You know, you work, however you get the place, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Never let someone move in with you, that you're romantically involved with, who had nowhere else to go. For example, I lose my job. My family won't let me come back. When I need a place, my homeboy won't let me come through and kick it on the couch till I get back on my feet. But I'm with you. At that point, you really should consider getting rid of me. You should really consider. And you definitely shouldn't let me move in. And I'm not saying because when they're down that you don't leave somebody when they're down. The thing is, it's like they don't have anybody else for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Women and men and everybody talk about they don't like drama, they don't like problems. Well, if somebody has nobody, then there's a problem. There's some drama. You dig what I'm saying? If I've literally lost my job, I can name probably about 4 different spots throughout the country, not just in Texas, but Virginia as well. Maybe a spot or 2 in North Carolina that I could just, if I really needed it. I mean, there's some places I could go for a couple of months, and I feel, I could get 3 months out of a few people, and to get myself back on my feet. And I'm not even the nicest guy in the world. I'm kind of an asshole, But so if you're messing with someone, and it comes to that point and they have nowhere else to go, they're talking to you man, just finding a job thing is hard, keeping this apartment is crazy, I'm barely keeping it, and then and it's can I come stay with you, and they don't even mention, well, my cousin did say I could come through, I don't know if I really want to do that. I could go back to my mama house or whatever. I mean, I know sometimes family pass on or whatever, but if they can't say any of that, you got issues. And that shouldn't be the person that you should just be like, oh yeah, come move in. Oh yeah, babe, come on. No, you should be like, why don't you have anybody at all? I mean, I can name people off the top of my head, that I could go stay, and they're not even family. I mean, they are family because we're like family, but they're not even family. So if you don't have that, and again, it ain't about kicking a person when they down, but you got to realize that all down is not caused by the exterior. Sometimes people are down because of the things that they do, and you need to realize that, that okay, you're down, you're having a bad moment, but how is your whole life crap? How does that work? How is it you get fired but you can't get unemployment? Well, it's because you were drunk at work, and they don't give unemployment for niggas that was drunk. So you need to realize that all down ain't down. Moving somebody in with you is usually not the best idea in general. You guys should really be striving to get something together that's both of yours. But if it has to happen, if it's okay, my lease is up, we really vibing, we've been kicking it for 6, 8 a year. Let's take it to this next level. Then that's one thing. Because if you're like, no, I'm not ready, then he can be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go renew my lease for another year or 6 months, and we'll revisit at that time. Or it's like, hey, I'm doing bad. I'm going to crash your grandmama's house for however long it takes. She said she was cool, and then you'd be like, well, baby, why don't you just come and kick it with me? That's different. So keep in mind what I'm saying. Don't just say don't do it. It's gonna be problems. It's gonna be drama, because if they didn't have drama, they wouldn't need you after 2 months. after 6 weeks, after 8 months. They wouldn't need you for a place to live. You did? Remember, follow me on Twitter at the real OJJ. I'll holla.